What is going on, everyone? Nero again. Today for you, some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 in this week's episode of Dear Nero, a weekly series here on my channel where you guys send me in fan mail, fan questions if you will. If it feels like it's a good question, entertaining question, a question that may be on the minds of a lot of people, then I go ahead and answer it. But let's talk about gameplay before I get into this. So essentially, this gameplay is from the first night Black Ops 2 was initially released. Some of you guys may not know, some of you guys do know. I did get the game early. I paid a lot more than I would like to have paid. I got the game early, and I did play it on an alternate account and whatnot, but so I knew the maps, I knew how everything essentially ran a little bit better than other people did. I mean, this game by no means is exceptional. I was still bad at Black Ops 2 in this gameplay. You're looking at this, I'm using a target finder on a submachine gun, right? Because I wanted to try it out. I'm like, wow, I thought it was good. And when I realized later, like, it's just crippling to have to, take the time to ADS and lose your peripheral vision if you're trying to rush around with a submachine gun. And it was just a bad idea overall. But you can tell, this is kind of like it's a fun gameplay. It's a gameplay I got on the first night. I don't know, you gotta just see how I evolve, because you see I'm kind of running around like kind of aimlessly at some points, like not really knowing the maps, not really knowing what to do, using a target finder on a submachine gun, whatever, it's a fun gameplay. But let's hop on this week's episode of Dear Nero. First question, he writes, Dear Nero, what is your opinion on gun balance? In my opinion, I think guns like the M27 and the MTAR need a damage boost, and guns like the PW need a damage nerf. And finally, the Remington needs a nerf to either damage, range, or rate of fire. Would love to hear your opinion, thanks. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this guy's name. I think it's Ares. It's spelled A-R-E-S, Ares. I'm not entirely positive. I've never come across that name before in my life. But Ares from Canada. So how do I feel about gun balance here in Black Ops 2? Honestly, I feel as though it's good. This is probably the most balanced Call of Duty in terms of gun balance. Obviously, some perks and stuff like that. People may not agree and all that jazz. But still, I feel as though it's a rather balanced game. If I had to pick one gun above them all to be the gun, the overpowered gun. Overpowered guns, you think of the MP40 from World at War. Some people think of the UMP45 from Modern Warfare 2. People may picture the FAMAS or the pre-patch 74U from Black Ops. What gun would I consider to be the most overpowered gun in Black Ops 2 is probably the PDW. And not because it kills faster. Not because it's just something about it. It's just, to me, it's the fact it has a 50-round magazine right out the gate. And the fact that it's just as strong as any other submachine gun, but has a giant magazine, that kind of cries OP to me. And if you run into people who are exceptionally good at the game, they know that. They know the PW is probably the best submachine gun, therefore they use it. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good comparison. COD 4. Call of Duty 4, the P90 and Call of Duty 4. It had a bigger magazine. For life of me, I can't remember how big. It might have been 50, right? Am I right about this? Let me know. If I'm wrong, I'd feel free to correct me in the comments. It's 40 or 50. Pretty positive the COD 4 P90 had a 50-round magazine. And, but here's the thing. It was actually weaker than the MP5. The MP5 was another submachine gun in the game that only had a 30-round magazine. And the MP5 was slightly stronger, but it had a smaller magazine, whereas the P90 was a little bit weaker, but it kind of made up for it in the sense that you could have a 50-round magazine over a 30 right out the gate. So, in terms of weapon balance, honestly, it's rather good. I do agree that maybe the assault rifles could have a little bit of a buff, if you will. Honestly, though, for assault rifles, you slap on lightweight, you slap on quick draw, and you slap on adjustable stock, that thing becomes a submachine gun, and I love assault rifles. I've been using a lot of assault rifles lately, actually. But I don't want to drag on this question too much. Let's hop on the next one. Dear Nero, I've always been a skinny guy, and lately I've been working out, and it feels great. I know you're a skinny guy too, but did you ever work out during high school? Ian from Hawaii. So essentially, Ian, you're asking me if I even lift. Do I even lift? No, I've never lifted since I played football. I'm exceptionally skinny. I'm about 6'3", and I weigh about 140 on a good day. And I don't know, I just never really felt the need to lift. One, I don't have a job or something like that would make me stronger, and I don't have a desire to be stronger because I have no need to. The only reason people would work out is want to lose weight, which obviously I need to gain weight. I don't need to lose weight. And other than that, just for physical appearance, to feel good about themselves, so they look strong, people are impressed by it, that you sit there and flex your arms and all that stuff, and I've never had that. I've never really felt the need to make myself look stronger or just anything like that. I never had a need to be stronger, so I'm a skinny little prick. Next question, he writes, Dear Nero, what are your top 3 favorite Call of Duty multiplayer maps in each Call of Duty dating back to COD 4, and top 3 favorite zombie maps since World at War? P.S. Keep up the amazing work, Nero. Kevin from Colorado. So instead of naming my top 3 on every game, which I guess I could do that, Let's talk about this. Well, COD 4 was probably backlot, shipment, and yeah, it's kind of a toss-up. I liked Crash. I mean, I think everybody liked Crash. It's definitely a popular one, so I'm probably going to go with that. World at War, I like CeeLo, Outskirts, and Dome. Those were great ones. Modern Warfare 2, High Rise. I'm just naming these off the top of my head. I don't even have a full list of the maps. High Rise, Wasteland, and Afghan were really good maps in Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops, I really like Firing Range. Really like Nuketown. And I really like Summit. Modern Warfare 3, I didn't really like any of the maps, but if I had to pick, I would say Dome. Arkaden, definitely Arkaden, and I really dislike that game and just thoroughly dislike the game. So there's not really any maps that kind of stick out to me. Some of the DLC maps were cool, right? Like Getaway was a cool map, so I'm gonna go with that for my third one. And for this game, Raid, Meltdown, and I really like Standoff as well. As for Zombies, I think Zombies is phenomenal. I like Kino. I think Town in Black Ops 2 is really good. And if you go back to World at War, Shinonuma was my map. I love Shinonuma. But hopefully that answers your question. How much time we got left? Let's click back. Oh, we still got some time to answer some questions. We're going to do this. Next question. He writes, Dear Nero, I was looking at your stats and views and subscribers, like how much you get every hour. He was using Social Blade's website that you can track YouTube channels with. And I started to notice that your subscriber and view rankings are going down by a lot than what it was in December. What do you think is wrong, and do you think... I can't even read right now. What do you think is wrong, and if you think you know, what would be your solution to this problem? Viper from Pennsylvania. So essentially the question is, your view, you're not growing view and sub-wise as much as you were previously. And I can tell you the honest goodness answer, and it's a new YouTube layout. Everyone's had this problem. Essentially everybody has had this problem. I had... it's phenomenal. I had 2 really great months. I know people don't like talking about the business aspect of YouTube. I had 2 really great months in November and in October and November, but December was my worst month view-wise since last June. Right, that's a long time. But what's funny about the fact that it was my worst month view-wise since last June, it was my best month ever in terms of likes, like number of likes. So what does that say? It says that people love the videos I put out when they actually saw them. And what happened during that time? They switched to the new YouTube layout. And it's awful. And hopefully it gets better, though. Next question. He writes, Dear Nero, when the Peacekeeper submachine gun comes to Call of Duty in the DLC, do you think it will reset diamond camouflage for submachine guns? And do you think you will have to get the Peacekeeper to gold in order to get your diamond back? P.S. Your videos are amazing. Well, thank you. Essentially, how I think it's going to work is there's 2 scenarios. There's people with diamond submachine guns. There's people without diamond submachine guns. If you do have diamond submachine guns, I feel like when you get the Peacekeeper out of the DLC, once you get that gun up to gold, instead of just unlocking just gold, you'll also unlock diamond with it because you already have gold on everything else. I don't think it's going to reset your diamond camouflages. If you don't have diamond submachine guns, and now maybe it's going to be a little more difficult to get diamond because now we have a whole new submachine gun to play with, a whole new submachine gun you have to get the gold. But essentially, that's how I think it's going to work out. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of Dear Nero, weekly series. Hope you guys all enjoy it. A lot of people do enjoy it. I mean, it may not get a whole lot of views, but I really like doing it, and there's a bunch of you that really like watching it. And this gameplay is wrapping up, and I did all right, 48-5. 5 captures, 12 defends. Pretty nice overall, but then again, I had the advantage. I knew the map a lot better than most of the people on my team and on the other team. So, hope you guys all enjoyed the gameplay and commentary. And if you did, please rate the video where you guys feel deserves. A rating definitely helps. A rating helps me grow, guys. It helps me grow. And hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
I was banging 7 grand rocks, that's how I roll. I got 1 year go. Are you bipolar?